Thank you for watching. SEMA 2014 is just over, and what you are looking at right here is my latest large-scale build based on something that I saw getting launched at SEMA in 2014, which is the new Gymkhana. I hope I pronounced that right. I'm really Dutch. I really live in Norway. Chinese or Japanese isn't my best point, and especially not how you pronounce that in English, but the new Gymkhana 7 Ken Block car. They baptized it the Hoonicorn, quite funny, and it's based on Ford Mustang. Now, I do not have the accurate body for it. It would also, I doubt that it would even fit a chassis like this, just because there's so much going on the inside. With a motor and everything. Let me first explain you what I used as a base car for this build. You will be, by the way, going to one of those pictures that show the Gymkhana 7 Ken Block Hoonicorn car that I will be using for the most recent video. The car that I'm using here is an FG Sportsline 2-wheel drive, which is a really basic on-road chassis. It's the most basic setup that you can buy. I will put a link in the description box if you're curious where you can get it. It's getting a bit more difficult, I think, to get your hands on FG cars. The factory changed owners and there's new distributing going on, but it's really vague on where that stands and if availability is going to be a problem or not. I have actually no idea, but well, call this a vintage chassis. It's a Sportsline 2-wheel drive. Super basic. I put a really big motor in there. It's a BZM 20.5 TT. I did an install video on that when I last used this chassis for my Dodge Challenger. Don't be afraid, I still have that body, still have the brake parachute. I have all that stuff. At the time when I built that one, I got a ton of hate mail because I actually dropped a Ford die-cast engine in there instead of a Dodge motor, because the Dodge motor was not available at the time. Well, right now it turns out that it's a good thing that I have that Ford motor in there, because that's what I need for this build. I'm going to use that the same die-cast engine the same way that I mounted it to the front shock tower to recreate the Hoonicorn build. Again, slightly different body shape. This is actually one of those gone in 60 seconds GT500 Shelby Mustang Eleanor bodies. I think that paint job on those, that's like the cheesiest paint job in the world, with those two stripes over it. Looked really cool when it just came out, but I just have seen too much of them as of now. I'm going to make a new set of wheels and tires for it. Going to spray them that copper color that you also see on the Hoonicorn. Put some different tires around it, because these have a plastic sidewall which really doesn't blend too well with the actual rubber of the tire. So I managed to source some new Formula 1 tires, so I can make some new of those, a set of new drag racing tires for the back. The ones in the front are pretty much chewed up because of the line locker system that I dropped in that car. This video will be added to the playlist that I made of my Dodge Challenger. So if you want to know anything about what you see over here currently, you can just go ahead and check it out. My Hoonicorn is going to be well, based on this chassis, based on big wheels in the back, smaller wheels in the front. Of course, I'm not going to turn this into a wide body, so it's going to be like a pro street kind of look. Drag strip ready Mustang that would also be able to do some drifting. RC is all about fantasy. You need to work with what I've got over here. I saw the paint job on the Hoonicorn. It's pretty loud, pretty obnoxious. It's a true challenge, especially on this shell, since it has no clear overspray film. So that's something that I want to recreate. I think it will give a classic car like this one, some people would call it sacrilege for me doing that, but I think it would give a classic car like this one a new fresh look for 2014 and 2015. Don't be afraid, I do still have one more of these bodies kicking around. Don't ask me where I purchased them, because they're no longer available. This is true RC vintage that you're looking at over here, and I decided to just hack it up. You can also see that in the sides over here, this is not the only cutting work that I've done to the body. But I cut out the vents just to make sure that I can replicate those louvers that you see in the cam block body. So I'm going to make those with styrene. I actually have them ready done. So they're ready to get mounted, but they're not on the table here currently. The table actually is pretty full with this car sitting here. And I also needed to drop the body down quite a bit. So despite it looking like I only just started with it, there's actually quite a bit of work that has gone into fitting this body already. I needed to cut out I think almost 2.5 centimeters of the bottom here in the back, also in the wheel arches, and close to 2 centimeters in the front. So that's almost for you people watching in the United States, almost an inch that's gone from the entire body. So that's quite a bit of Lexan, just because I want to have that low, sleek looking profile, which I otherwise would have not been able to achieve. I also had some rubbing going on, so I adjusted the camber of the wheel slightly, just to make sure that everything runs free and that it will perform hopefully as good as it will look when it's completely done. I think for now, as an update video, this will sort of cover it. With there being no overspray film on the outside, it means that I need to mask up both sides of the body in order to paint it up, hopefully in a successful way. I'm not sure if I'm going to use liquid mask or just my regular painter's tape. I'm still bad at muting my stuff, but I hope you will tag along, and I hope that the end result will please you. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you want to know a tiny bit more, or if you want to be a tiny bit ahead of what's going on over here, don't forget to check out the links in the description box. It's to my Instagram, to my Facebook, just to make sure you are up to speed with everything that is going on, because I'm doing a ton of stuff at the same time at the moment. And if you enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And if you have any questions, then don't be shy, hit me up in the comments box. Thanks so much for watching, take care, bye bye.